are going to talk about Sadro, also known as Panty Man. Now, Panty Man is a word. Actually, the topic really is why do we call men or some men Panty Man? So that's the topic today.
I know as the one who was getting. Me know about the other kind.
So we, what? That one fly over my head. So that's
Get
the topic
in the
now.
panties.
Why? Hey, so anyway, so we wanted to discuss what exactly is a panty man,
Well, we had to get a
as you would
definition
say.
here first.
A definition of what it is. I can't remember why this came to mind, but I do know it's a kind of stereotype. I don't know if it's known around the world, but especially in the Caribbean, we kind of classify and categorize certain type of men, or maybe it's a behavior, and we refer to these men as panty men. But
Why don't be simple? It's men who wives that dominate their ass. That's how I've been and classify. It's men who wives that dominate their ass and make them do all kind of stupid
program
things.
done then. Program done.
No, well, the first thing we have to do is find out what is a good definition of a
But you
panty
always
man.
harassing my husband and saying he's a panty man.
I see him pose off in the middle of the chair this evening, so I know he coming, I don't know what he coming for.
Bring him in there and then we will see. Let me see now who is the panty man.
He going to
right?
tell me all kind of nasty thing, but go ahead, brother.
I have nothing to tell you.
You're junior to me still, you know.
Oh, are he junior to you?
Yeah, you're my little brother, I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you're younger than me.
oh, oh yes.
So wait now.
So right,
Let me
so,
get
so
a
your definition of a panty man is a man whose
wife
wife
does
does
dominate him.
control him
Yeah.
or dominate.
Yeah, dominate, control everything. Down inside where we live in moment, we have a couple well, you know.
Of course, right?
No, we have a couple, so I could give you a good definition. I see the behavior.
so
You sure you don't want to, you sure you're not speaking from experience there?
Nah, nobody.
Personal experience?
Nobody
So-
could
so-
ever dominate me, boy.
No, so expand on your definition of. So if you help out, if a man helps out in the home, what do you mean that men whose wives control them and dominate them?
No, man, nothing wrong with a man helping. You know. That's great. A man could cook if he like to cook. Me and Jags like to cook. So if we cook and throw down a pot sometime in the house, so if we want to do 3 times for the week, and we enjoy doing that. That thing that's for we. Because we enjoy it.
As opposed to
Some men get your ass and go and cook something in the kitchen there. The wife telling the husband that,
well, suppose your wife is the one who is working and bringing in the income and because you have that a lot happening these days. Where the wife is working and the husband stays
For me,
home.
if a man sick and thing and he can't make in that regard, but if a man not sick and thing, how he could cocky ass in the house whole day, scratching his balls, and the wife going out there and working for you, and then coming home and hire you like a yard boy.
So that's a panty man.
Yeah. She telling you to do all kind of this and that and this and that.
Is Jags a panty man?
Nah. I would love to call him so,
You would only be too happy to call me that.
He will go along, but if time to step down, come put on his foot, he just put on his foot.
Because that's the thing. That is the thing that's the thing that
You know,
we
when
say
you're
part of
like
the
mowing, you want to
conversation.
break down and build your ass every minute, every week and thing.
Who, me?
Yeah, so Jack just had to put on his foot. Listen, don't build nothing now, nah. Don't build nothing now.
No, so that's where the conversation would come up now because somebody cooperates. Because a lot of times, right, women tend to nag and they want to have things their way when it comes to the home. And sometimes, a lot of times, men will just stay quiet because, well, to keep the peace.
Well, a
And
woman
men
is the
just
queen
don't
of the
like-
home, so if you want to move a chair and put it there and Jack say put it over there, I know you go do and put back the chair where you want to put it.
But home by you, what would happen?
Oh, me, I really can put the chair anywhere they want to put the chair.
Now, but suppose, just for the
Nah,
sake of
them
conversation.
things I don't object to. That's always say woman is the queen of the home. Color and thing on the wall and where they want to put stool and chair and light and all them kind of like them put first. So if I get override, I get override.
Right.
Color house and all them kind of them thing. You could paint my room,
You see,
bedroom.
and that is the problem.
What?
The stereotyping of roles in a marital relationship. That is where the problem is, you know. I'm not saying that you don't have people who fit the stereotype of.
Jax, I am sure you know some panty men.
Yes, I do, but I mean, sometimes what you may perceive as weakness, stereotyping somebody as a panty man, it really is not that sometimes, you know. It's just that
In
some
very
people
few
know, hold
instances.
on a minute. Is some people have a deep understanding and they share roles and they're interchangeable. That doesn't mean to say the man is a panty man.
So what is a panty man for you?
It's a state of mind. Is
I don't state of mind. Come down, Mohammed, I will show you some.
no. It have much more to do than that.
Come down, Mohammed, I will
It
show you
have-
what is a true panty man.
No, there's much more than that. It's a state of mind that moves beyond the home itself. Sometimes a man could be like that in the home, but outside the home he's different. That doesn't mean to say he fit that stereotype. But some
So wait,
people,
but why when he go outside? So then he's not being his real self. So if he is not able to be himself at home and he's different
well,
outside,
that is one aspect of it. But when you take that same behavior from within the home and you go out the home and you do the same damn thing, like for instance, is an attitude of gossiping, you know, basically is people.
But Runa make a good point there because what she's saying to if the man different the outside from his home inside, something wrong with it. If he different outside,
and
No,
if
it
he
doesn't
can't-
mean
if
that,
he
you know.
cannot be himself at home, but he could go outside and be himself at home, what are you then?
No, it's not that, you know. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make it in nice language, I suppose, right? But
Come down
sometimes,
to we level now.
sometimes
Right.
people in the home, they have shared responsibility. The roles are interchangeable. You will cook. Plenty times I tell her, I say, no, but I will cook today, or something like that, right? Or you wash wares, or you do something. You help around the house, whatever it is, right? But the point you make is sometimes when you have to stand up for what you disagree, right? But in an agreeable manner.
Panty men don't have that opportunity.
No, Sandro. What transcends and defines for me a true panty man is outside the home, they engage is a kind of state of mind, constant gossiping.
behavior.
It's a behavior. It's a behavior. You know, as we say in Trinidad, you bring and carry, you cause confusion here. Anywhere you go, you're making some mischief. That
Couture.
kind of thing. Couture. What we will call couture.
But then why no? Sorry if it sounds a little vulgar, but panty is something women wear.
Well, right, so
So
it's-
when you call a man a panty man, you are saying that women are the gossipers.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, who does gossip?
It really come down to
But women is the ones who are really
a
gossip.
kind of effeminate
No,
kind of
others
behavior.
gossip more than women.
Nah.
Yes.
No, it's an effeminate behavior with a tendency to cause bacchanal and mischief and couture and confusion
Plenty
and
of
all
man
of
like
that.
that.
And
Listen,
carry
the
news.
world over,
No.
mother-in-law have a reputation for that.
No. Some of the biggest gossipers are men. And
Exactly.
news carriers are men.
There will always be the exception to the rule. A few
No,
of us
no,
will
no.
be like that, you know.
Nah,
But the
not a few of
The
us.
majority are gossipers. Is woman.
I don't agree with that.
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
True. That is
The
not
most
true.
amount of gossip you hear is in a coffee shop early in the morning in Trinidad where a bunch of men gather. And it's only old talk gossip, movie land
Yeah,
and
you use a
idleness.
lawyer, you go in coffee shop, go with me in a rum shop and you go hear the difference in the conversation.
Well, no, rum shop too is the same thing. It's a state of mind, more or less, but it's influenced by, I suppose, the Trinidadian perception of what an effeminate man
One of the
is.
problems that I notice is that women who have a consistent job, or a job of a good position, always take the dominant role over the man in the home.
Well, I
Because
don't know
they
if
are
that
more
is
or
a
less the
fair
income
thing to
earners.
say. I don't know
Yeah.
if that is a fair thing to say. Well, it depends on what
Should
you
I
mean
care
the
about
dominant role.
Bougainville?
So what you are saying, because you are bringing in the cheddar or the money, that she will have the ultimate say, the final say?
That is what happens. That is what happens.
But suppose it's agreed upon that, okay, I'll stay home and handle the stories and you go out and hand. So,
But that's a new thing all over the developed world. They have something called house husbands.
I want to work.
No,
I
but
wish a woman
Sandro,
could
that
take
is
me and
a...
put me in the house and say, I go mind you. You do all the work in
all
the house
them
and
girls
thing,
you
man.
have, you
No,
never
no,
choose
no.
none.
But
to-
that is a thing that is developing in big cities all around the world.
House husband, I like it, I like
Yes.
it, I like it.
They stay home.
I
Some of
want that
them,
work.
where the wives have demanding careers. Some of the
Yeah.
husbands give up their
So
jobs.
is it fair now to say that whoever is making the money should dictate the pace and how it is spent and have the
Not
control?
necessarily, no.
I don't agree with that at all, at all, at all.
Who earn any money to dictate the pays are married, I think they are shared
No,
union.
but Sadro, a lot of times, I mean, I spoke to somebody today and they said to me the reason why their marriage didn't work because they were both working, but he was bringing in a lot more than his wife, and she would spend not wisely. She was not judicious in her spending, and it caused resentment, and resentment built upon, and if eventually because we women like to buy curtains every Diwali and Christmas. We like clothes, and okay, so women are what trivial, frivolous, all in words, all in
This is going to take us back to where we come from and to our culture, because I mean, different races have different cultures in how they were brought up. Certain things are given priority, like Indian love land, so, and it's going to force us now to define what are the roles of husband and wife and children and everything in a family unit.
Well, I don't know if
It
you
has
could,
changed over the years.
yeah, but I don't know if you could give a concrete definition of rules in a marriage or in
But
a
back
family.
then it was so.
It was so long time.
Not a long time, just a few years ago.
Yeah, but things change because you have
And
now.
you still have older people.
Listen, you just have to look at university graduates and the percentage of women graduating from universities now, right? It's changing. Look at the job market. Most of the executives in most of the companies now are women. You have to understand there's a change, and societies have to evolve and change together with that. You have to recognize there's a change.
I come from an era, maybe different now today, where in the home, the father was king of the home, main income earner, and usually would make, but the woman was the queen of the home. I'll use the wrong word for the father, house, because there's a difference between house and home.
Well, yes, that's true.
Yeah, the queen of the home is the mother. The king of the house is the father. And usually, the father would make certain decisions. Most of the decisions are, as to what they're doing and what they should do and where they should go and things like that. But of course, there are certain things, as far as I know, women have the preference with regard to the home. There are certain things that they should be, as far as I know.
Why did they and still do have priority over men in the home? Why? Because of what their role was in the home, right? So
Well,
now
more or
that
less,
their
yeah.
role is different,
Yeah, it will change according to that.
If
It's
it is
changing.
different.
It's constantly
It
changing.
changing,
Trinidad
so-
value system from 10 years ago is totally different from what it is now.
And the individuals too, and remember the family that they come from.
Not only that too, it's a high level of exposure. Foreign media. Remember growing up, all you had was TTT and whatever. But now there's explosion of media. Internet is changing it. Social media changing it. Influence, this Instagram, Facebook, people in their homes, they're connecting with people all over the world. They're getting exposed to
have-
different cultures. Plus, the traveling is different too. So they're exposed to different cultures. I mean, a lot of girls, they go away to university, grow up in traditional homes, and they come back. They go study in big cities and they come back home and they're totally different. Their value system's different. The boys are coming back home totally
But
different.
they want that, look, I mean, take for example, we little brother Safi. Safi, he must adapt to the culture, the American culture over there. But at the same time, I still believe that he has certain values like that are traditional.
Yeah, he does, he does. But
You
you
know,
see, all cultures, right? You have this stereotyping of
and he did about 40 years now.
what the role of a wife is, what the role of a husband is. The wife will cook food, put it on the table and all that. But I think all of that is changing now.
It has changed. And on Sunday, man like to cook, make a little cook in the back of the house or last year or something. So, and cook. And the wife is relieved of that responsibility. So, and more men doing that, eh? I mean, if you look all over there, all them lime and Cora and all this, and it's men, you know. It's men who doing all the cooking, you know. So, things definitely changing, but I think that there's a distinct difference between a panty man and a regular man.
Well, I think yes, there's a distinct difference, but a lot of it has to do with that stamp of a man who's some slightly effeminate in that sense and not able to stand up for himself. But to me, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond
What do
that.
you mean can't stand up for himself?
Well, I suppose what Sadro is saying, willing to be dominated and take unreasonable decisions,
Some men
subject
like that,
himself
you
to
know.
unreasonable conduct,
Yeah.
right? I suppose that's what I really mean by that. But to me, it's much more than that. It's outside the home, they display these worst characteristics. I wouldn't call a man who in his house, in the confines of his home and so on with his wife and so on, right? And he make those decisions. That's their decision to make, right? But to me, what defines a panty man is his behavior outside the home. Not in the home setting, outside the home. That is what to me is the definition of a panty man.
I see man sit down with you having a little fellas having a little conversation in the family and the wife come and cuss up the ass and get your ass home. Where's that?
Yeah, but Sadri, you don't know the backstory to that. Suppose the man leaving the house and leaving the wife home and going out every night and liming and playing the fool
no, he
and things
doesn't
like
do
that.
that. He got the opportunity once in a while to leave.
Right? That's a different story.
So,
I know the case. The man don't get to leave the house and go nowhere, so
Look, if you have something to tell somebody, tell them. You
no
know?
signal to the man that he know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who
And
you're
he's
talking
skinny
about.
teeth because he know who I'm talking about and why I'm talking. And what I'm saying is true. Cuss up your ass and run him back home. I just want to tell you, no man, don't come and insult or embarrass me in front of nobody. You can beat me home, is alright. But not outside. I cut your ass.
You carrying this thing, Lord.
No, you embarrassed and insulted me in front of my
but
family
is it
or
okay?
friends.
Is it
Well,
okay for the husband to do it to the wife?
No, not okay. Save your business when you go home inside your house. But you don't embarrass and insult people outside in the public and things like that.
So your definition of a panty man is somebody
Panty man
who
that get it in the ass.
get what?
Insult and the only thing I never see, you get your ass kick up as it.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah, yet.
So now that roles are reversing and women are becoming
Men.
men, do you feel threatened as a man in any way?
Nah. I'm my own individual character. No one and nothing can threaten me now. I don't think I have any fear of anything or anything like that.
Well, I won't bother to ask you because I know I would know where you are. But do you think both of you that a woman's place, if
How do
women
you
were
have an
home,
interview here, interrogation or what?
yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, all right.
If do you think if women were at home that the world would be a better place?
That's a difficult
What?
thing. to
Very
answer.
difficult.
In a
Particularly
sense,
when-
yes, because the presence of a mother figure in the home, there's a lot of guidance, nurturing,
children,
caring, and all of that. But in a sense, no, because you have to understand the world changing, the world evolving. Do you want your daughters to grow up thinking that that is their role in life, simply to serve the house and
Well, I think we all have ambition, your daughters, them to be professionals.
you want
professionals.
your girl children to be strong and independent
Yeah.
because the world changing. You see, the old concept of marriage, that is a once in a lifetime decision, that's it. you know, the shared assets of the marriage and all that is there for the entire family and so on. But you have a new thing now where husband and wife working and they both keep their income separate. They
Yeah.
jointly pay bills and all of that.
Yeah.
There's no mixing of the
I
joint
say yes,
incomes
so
and all
like
of
that
that.
happening over
No, I know that is what's going on in the world
Right?
today. What you say
So
is
you
true,
have to
yeah.
understand all of that, and you don't want, because face it,
I mean, there is something I never know
mothers
about,
and wives present a strong role model for children, you know. Children's behaviors learn behavior.
more than the father.
More than the father, because the children have a kind of extraordinary emotional attachment to the mothers, right? Yes, some of them have it with their fathers too, but it's over and above an attachment to the mother.
Generally speaking.
And they take a lot of example from the mother, right? So my own view of that is that it has to evolve. And you would be surprised, a lot of strong, dominant wives, they impart that on their girl children. Make sure you are independent, and
Yeah.
make sure you're strong,
Well, I
independent
guess there's
person.
the ambition of us fathers, for our daughters to become independent, to be able to handle their own stories. But it's interesting, you make a point there just now, which is a common thing now, and I want to ask him if I know, yeah, I know. Incomes and things from both husband and wives are now being handled separately.
Yes, which is a strange thing to
Which
me.
I don't know about. I know about, one person handling the income. As a matter of fact, in our family at one point, everybody said, come and give the mother the money. And then if you want a little raise, you go borrow it back, take it from she.
A lady, Anne-Marie Ramsubag, said, in her opinion, education has a lot to do with the role change in a marriage. Girls are being educated and have career now, so they become naturally more independent. Shall I say, I see.
You see, you have to look at it, eh? When you look at the percentages of university graduates and tertiary education graduates, Adro, it's a very, very high percentage of
I know
women
if you
now.
go in
You
the
know.
hospital mountain, you go see the amount of them walking around with stethoscope on the neck.
Yes.
All of them are doctors.
I can tell you the graduates coming out of law school
Yeah.
is mainly
Women.
women. Look, I have 6 interns for the summer.
Yeah.
5 are women.
Out of the 6.
Out of
Women
the 6.
taking over.
Yeah, no, they are. You have to accept that. Look at watch the Fortune 500 companies. A large percentage of it is run by women.
Run by women.
PepsiCo International for years was run by an Indian lady.
An Indian lady, yeah.
And why do you think that is so?
I think it's because, one, culture. I think the girls are drummed into them at an early age. Education is key. And they are high achievers. When they set their mind to do something, they do it. They're less distracted than boy children. And they want to succeed. They have a go attitude, want to succeed. They're going to achieve this. They have high personal achievement goals for themselves.
They say girls
Women
mature.
are more disciplined, you know.
No, they also said that girls are mature at least 2 years in advance. So you have a boy 10 years and a girl 10 years, she is more likely to act like a 12-year-old because they advance emotionally and otherwise.
And quite frankly, girls are more emotionally intelligent than most boys.
And they also multitask better.
But that would depend on the mother too.
Right, so they multitask better. So so when Kamala Prasad Visesa became Minister of Education, I believe it was when that I zoned into that point, and at that time I was on radio, and they were talking about this, where this phrase came in, breaking the glass ceiling. And then she moved on to be the first Prime Minister of the country, and for me that is where I as a young Indian woman at that time felt a burst of pride that this lady could break not just a gender barrier, but a stereotype
stereotyping
and a
barrier.
racial barrier as well.
And the ambition of Trend Radiance.
Shut your ass and stick with the topic now. But So you understand what I'm saying? That women seem to have the edge over fellas, you know, I would tell you.
Educationally, yes, I would say so.
No, it's not just
They do.
education, but they mature
Well, if
more,
it
they
is
multitask better.
successful in education, eventually when they get out of marriage, they might be more than likely to be more educated than the husband, so they take the dominant role in the marriage.
Because it brings you to another point too, that if you're multitasking and you're more educated and you mature faster than boys, or not faster, well yeah, faster or ahead of boys, it means because it brings to the point that emotional intelligence, it is now more important than your IQ. Because emotional, you could be how bright you if you could be how bright. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, look at a lot of prominent people who cannot handle their emotions.
Well, I tell plenty of women that you know, they just think with their heart and the caca hole, and the brain, they don't think with.
Sadro, there's a boundary sometime and a
Wait,
line.
You can find something nicer to say than that.
What? This is beyond boundary?
No, there's explainables.
They think with emotion and not their brain. So
No,
they
but that's
make,
not a fair assessment, Sadro. A lot of men think the same way too. A matter of fact, let me tell you something. One of the biggest problems you have in the professional world, right, is young boys not able to control their emotions and expecting, right, to rise very quickly and not willing to put in the time. You will see it's very different with girls. They have a lot more patience. They're willing to put in the hard work.
but they are more emotional creatures than you.
I wouldn't say so, Sadra. I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, that is true.
I wouldn't say so, not generally.
No, that is true because women are wired differently than men, right?
Yeah, they're growing balls now.
Lord.
What? But they're true.
And you transitioning into what?
Testicles
A
are
cat.
geriatric. A geriatric.
But because women,
I think because they're claiming their space now, a lot of people kind of referring to it as they growing balls, yes.
Right.
But no, it's not necessarily that. Sometimes it's high achievement and
So
with
that
it
got to
comes a kind of
that got to be
confidence.
responsible for breeding a panty man then.
Maybe yes, maybe no. But to me, I tell you, I don't define a panty man as in the house as such. To me, is an attitude you have outside your home and that transcends your whole,
So Runa,
all your
are
relations.
they
and-
breeding panty men now? The woman themselves breeding panty men
well,
now.
you still didn't clarify that point because you are saying a panty man is not a man whose wife dominates him, right? It is a man who, when he goes outside,
There's a natural inclination
So
and
why-
tendency
right.
to somewhat effeminate behavior. What
but
we
right.
term as
So
effeminate
what you
behavior.
are, that's my point. So you are saying effeminate behavior is to gossip and to
But
cause
it's just
trouble.
Well, to what I say.
In the cultural sphere that we in here, right?
Now, well, you hold your ass now.
Yeah, you're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Because it means then that you are ascribing those qualities to a woman. So because
You take your own toll and you take it yourself. I don't talk, yes?
The must don't talk.
I know you're going to tell me something nasty now, eh? But you gotta come back, eh? Right now.
anyway, I
Meanwhile, back on your hands.
want to say hi to Suzanne Puran and Betty from New Jersey. Suzanne is like only Sadram out there. Rose Ali, Asha Manu Singh, Nadira, our cousin in Miami, Sita Das, Shireen Gayadeen,
Whoa, yeah, big crowd here, boy.
Sita Bharat, Naityu Shah, Shazamul Hussain say I agreed. Education with women certainly a change. Want to say hi to Alderman Nazimul Mohammed, Shiva Mohan. Somebody here say his name is Dotesh Kuli. Uncle Sadro is me. How you going? Hope all is well with you. Lisa Ramkisoon, Shireen Mohammed. Shireen actually said, Jags, you're absolutely right. And Anna Munsami, a lot of comments coming in.
Masturbate ego now.
Who's?
We are turning at low.
Come, hit him, hit him, hit him.
I don't take on Sergio.
Oh,
What
God.
you-
Invariably, nothing he say would anything.
You
He
feel
lucky Safi not here.
Yeah, you feel he's a... Hey,
No, he is. Because when me and Safi in Miami and we call him, he don't answer the phone.
Because all I just call me to provoke, but they call me to make nothing useful and worthwhile.
And when I tell them leave you, they say you're calling your sister to pick up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that is panty man behavior.
No,
No, but he
I have
never
a woman
asked
to
you.
fix the panty men and them.
You're getting harassed, but you're calling your, your sister to rein us
Yeah,
in.
that because she had 2 panty men, she could deal with their ass. If all the trouble, I go and I go call she more.
So that was the topic tonight. I don't know if it helped clarify and if it would mean now that
Runa, at
men
the end
would
of the
look
day,
at...
in truth and in fact, there are some women who definitely take advantage of the...
you know, I didn't get to make my point.
I don't
but
want...
go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead. What I call it, what Jack is effeminate qualities.
Yeah, but Sergio on the equal
Right.
side.
It
too.
shouldn't say,
Yeah.
but we should change that effeminate qualities.
Well, yes, maybe.
So we're just making a call for that. What we will call it?
Go and report with the gender affairs ministry.
Jockey shorts woman.
No, but
No.
equally, right? They have men who on one side, because they earn the income and so on, they equally take advantage and make unreasonable demands of the
I agree with you.
wives and so
I
on,
agree with
right?
you, 100%.
So you have to balance that off.
But I think that is less and less these days, eh?
Well, yes, I think so, because
Because the women are more brighter and they can give them back chat and all kind of thing too.
So I want to ask our viewers, do you know of any panty men in your area? And what is your definition of a panty man? Should we change it and give it a different name? Because I don't like that connotation.
Pad boys.
Pad boys?
Pad. The stay free club.
Sergio, you remember the election campaign in 91? Where
Yeah.
Pandey used to berate Sahadev Basdev and say the only thing he missing to be a woman is lipstick and rouge.
Hey, this boss is something else, yes.
Oh, you can't find a fault with that?
What, Bass?
Yeah.
Bass was a class politician and
No, he
Aurita
was.
boy.
He was.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You see, every Monday morning, Sahadev Basdev by the hairdresser. The only thing he missing to be a real woman is lipstick and rouge.
No, that would be a fair thing because that's... You
And that's my
understand?
point. And he said so because Basdev, when they refused to stand up to Robinson. And that's what Pandey was making the point. That look, in essence, he was calling him a panty man.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the house, but his inability
so
outside.
definitely we staying with the conception that women are the weaker sex.
Now, I'm not saying that at all. I don't subscribe to that.
Because if the man couldn't stand up to Mr. Robinson, and who wears lipstick and rouge?
Well,
So here now, who come about with this thing to equate women with men? This new style thinking about a
We want to
woman
be
is
equal.
equal to a man.
but why not, Sergio?
I mean, why not?
But why not? Why women can't be equal to
God
men?
say you make them with extra ribs, they're stronger than a clicking woman.
I don't have no desire to be equal to
Yeah,
you
I'm not gonna
or
ask you
to
that,
be
yeah.
equal to you. I have no desire to be equal to him. He is far more educated than I am, and I would say more intelligent. I lean on him for a lot. And
So, if you have a decision to make, right, and
well, I own
it
way too.
contradicts, no, that contradicts, well, I know that, I'm asking you. It contradicts his view.
Yeah.
How will you work that out?
We trash it out. We talk it out.
You just cuss up your ass.
No, I don't. Do I?
No, not
No,
at
I
all.
don't. I trash it out with him. Contrary to what you all think. Now, I know sometimes all you feel that he's a panty man because he has just let me have my way. But this is my
I don't feel so
personality.
because I know when you ready to climb down, when you ask you go climb down.
Exactly, he
But I
does
don't understand
clamp
what you
down.
mean by clamp down.
He does in a way. Here we
But
would say.
you feel I know she yesterday and you yesterday out. Eh?
What was my point again? I forget.
If Jack, they interrupt this time, not
Yeah,
me.
all you freaking interrupt me, man. My
Jags,
point
Jags, Jags is the
was
man.
okay. So yes, my thing was, I have no desire. I honestly, I remember somebody asking me when Jagdev and I just met. So how you just keep his attention? And that was one of the biggest insults in my life. That somebody would ask me that. Because I don't have to be an attorney or a doctor to keep his
Well,
attention.
let me just make the point. The man who asked you that is a unmitigated fool. I know who asked you that, and he's a fool. So let me move on.
No, but no,
Yeah, but
let's not
generally.
move on because I know a lot of people would want to say, well, yeah, what was the allure, what was the, let's forget chemistry and, whatever, why we together, or why you like me, or why I like you. But why not? Why not me for you? And what was so amazing that you would choose me to be your wife, right? Because obviously he thinks you are superior to me
You're looking
in
for
some
kudos
way.
out. You're looking
Eh?
for kudos out.
No, if you know who we're talking about. No, not just me, but any woman who marry,
Well,
let's
some
say,
fellas have that kind of behavior and culture and
But
then
he's
thing,
an
you know.
idiot. If I tell you who it is, you will know
Yeah.
immediately. He's an idiot.
so so you are asking who wants women to be equal. I don't haven't done like every woman on 98.5 so many times. I feel the world would be a better place if we had more mothers at home.
Manners
Mothers
or
at
mothers
home.
at home.
moms,
Yeah, well, you
and I'm
see,
not saying that
it
she's not
all,
entitled to be in the office 1 second, to hold a top position. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if a lot of what we're seeing in society today is because children lack guidance and the kind of guidance and discipline and the
but that
emotional
is because
framework
they're not
from the
home.
mother because
The mother not
mothers,
home.
well, right, so that's what I'm saying.
I think
Today, you remember today when we were talking, what it was we were saying, it will come back to me when we were saying, and it was a point I wanted to make tonight. But I'll remember it.
it's about balance, you know. It's about balance. You have to have a level of balance. You see, in this part of the world, we tend to want to achieve everything overnight. And that's the problem.
We also tend to want to be like Americans.
No, that's, you see, there's a difference there that people don't really understand. You feel that in the American workplace, people skyrocket. Yes, sometimes they skyrocket because of the sheer size of the marketplace and many other variables. But if you look at a large amount of American public servants, high-level public servants, they work their whole lives in public service and they only make their real money after they leave public service, which is the difference in Trinidad. We want to achieve everything overnight and then we retire early, right? So it's about creating that level of balance.
I find that we sometimes.
Nazim will say, Aruna, there are more women with testicular fortitude than men. I see it all the time. Anna Monsami suggests we call it ovarian fortitude.
Well,
I
yes,
love
might
that
be,
one.
yeah,
I love
that's
that
a
one,
very
Anna.
that's a very appropriate term.
Kudos to you, Anna. That is top of the line. Hi, Azim. Azim is saying it's a riveting conversation that we're having. Because you see, I know people think sometimes it is vulgar, the way we are bringing this across, right? When you with your wajang behavior.
Who, me or you?
No, you were the one who just behave. I just
No,
try to have a little
I
dignity and
just have a little
decorum.
peculiar choice of language.
Yeah.
You know? That
Quite
is what-
peculiar if you
that
ask
is-
me.
That is what differentiates me from certain people.
Trinidad for me,
Me? No, I talk to my sister.
Uh-huh.
No, but it is a conversation that, I think because it's not talked about. It's thought of, but we don't bring it around. So you know, you just have to have these
I
conversations
still
in order
firmly
to
believe that the
clarify
fact of
it.
the matter is that there are panty men, they allow women to dominate them and they can't squawk. They can't squawk. I know a man will be working hard. And when the wife calling me, I ask her to get up and leave the work and go on, you know. You know what I mean? It happens. I tell you right where I live inside where I live in. It have a couple of them. You understand? And I could tell you, and I see it every day. And they like that.
So why don't you tell them,
As
fellas?
a matter of fact, let me go a little even further to say the women of the Mohammed family in particular are very dominant. You know, and fellas who,
Hello?
but you too?
I dominant too?
Yeah, but you,
I don't dominate my husband.
when you ready, you go let you get away. You are dominant.
Well, yes.
I show you must give me hard time, sorry.
That is not true. Rush the defense of my wife. That is not true at all.
That is the
at
reaction
all,
of a
at all.
panty man.
No. You could say so.
That is the
Don't
reaction
let me
of a
start on
panty
you,
man,
you
boy.
know.
Oh God!
Don't let me start on you.
Wait. Look what I want jump to defend
My
boy.
wife does not make unreasonable demands.
Unreasonable.
Where's getting
A matter of fact, she doesn't demand
He's
anything.
getting a whip or belt.
Hear who
Look who talking now.
talking? Hear who talking?
No man ever beat me.
Not with a belt or a whip, but with many other things.
Certainly not with intelligence.
I don't know about that.
I like to
The
allow people to feel that they're brighter than me. You
The
know.
jury out on that, eh? Partner. The jury out on that. Hear what I'm telling you?
Tell him.
He's the lone member of the jury, don't worry.
So,
Come
so
here
the
to
next,
harass me in my own house.
so
Yeah. That is man.
it's three men and one. 3 men and a baby. So the next time we meet up on Explainables, what we want to discuss is things that irritate you guys, things that we women do, but we would have to ask our listeners and viewers now to contribute to this one because we want to know what are some of the things. Look, your brother calling you.
When you bring in Dr. Raj?
Hello.
Hello?
So we were well. You just missed out on a really nice conversation between your brother-in-law and your brother. Your name was called, but I think the moment passed. I can't remember what point we called you. Sorry. Oh, I think Sadro referred to you as a panty man.
I said that?
That one not
That what you said so.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
You said me and Safi is two panty men and Aruna let's keep we in line.
Hold on. Don't twist and turn the conversation. I know you're an attorney. You were saying that I don't refuse to answer you all when you call me when all together in Miami. And I called
Look what you guys call it.
and I called Miss Aruna. And I was called she to deal with the toll because toll is panty men. It is in that context that it was said.
Well, what's the difference?
Where's it?
6 or 1, half a dozen of the other.
I mean, if you wait.
Hello.
I hear, listening to him. I'm waiting for him to finish so I can talk.
Yes, go ahead. He finished.
He's the ultimate Makome man. Never answers me.
Makome and panty is two different things, eh?
Dictionary, I look up Makome man, you'll see him.
So what's the difference between a makume man and a panty man?
I think a
Sandro?
panty man from what?
It's about the same thing, you know. It's about the same kind of
thing.
behavioral pattern.
Soft man kind of thing, no? You know?
Where's a soft man, Safi?
Well, when I grew up, a soft man is you can't fight, you can't play sports,
Right. There we go.
Right. you're
Totally soft.
you just end up with the flow with the fellas a long time. That's not a term we use here. But in Trinidad, when you see that panty man means he's softer, he's more gentle.
So ask
Okay.
ask him what term is used there.
So what terms you use to refer to somebody like that in the United States?
They don't really use like a panty man kind of term here.
All of
We
them
don't
must be
use
panty man.
that's not a word that is equate here in the US. Like a joke in American doesn't translate into a Trini, and a Trini joke wouldn't translate to American. So panty man here is not really a
But do you have, so for your definition, that I think hits the nail on the head. Somebody who's soft can handle sports, they can handle being rough or tough, expect, you know, can, but in Trinidad, it's a man who cannot make decision in his home, his wife
But wait, I
controls
don't know.
him.
Wait. A
Well,
man who can't fight is a panty
that
man.
can fit too.
Fighting is
Well,
for
when I say
unintelligent
fight,
people.
no, I mean physical prowess. He
If
talking
you have
about.
if you're unable and have the intelligence to thrash out something through conversation or dialogue,
No, I don't mean he
then,
means to stand
yeah,
up
I
and have
think
a
he
fight,
meant that. I think he
Sadro.
meant when
He
growing up
means
as little
physical,
children,
like to handle.
well, actually,
play
what you mean
sports
really?
and all of that.
Oh, Safi, what do you, no, but that explains it. We know.
I remember growing up in Bamboo, fellas who couldn't play sports and so on. We used to call them Sheila
Right.
and Shirley.
Right.
That's the Australian term.
Right.
Sheila, yeah.
So right, so he has it right. So in Trinidad,
It didn't make sense that young fellas didn't want to play sports or couldn't play. It didn't make sense to me. I thought all fellas should play sports. All
Yeah, but
should run,
something
all should be good at
after
football.
that,
and so now has your opinion changed? Do you still feel like
Yes.
you know our son? For many years growing up, a lot of people say, "Why don't make him come outside? Why?" I remember him trying to get into football. We were trying to encourage him in cricket, and then one day he told his father, he said, "Dad, you know what? I tried liking it, but you know what?
No, you
I'm
like
just
it,
not a
like-
sports guy. I'm a techie guy." But so we allow him to be because he doesn't have to play a
But that's
sport
how
to
they are
prove that
today.
he's a man. So now,
Change.
but now he is into football.
Yes, he loved football
You
now.
know, now he's into football.
when we young, you had
But
to
things
kick
change,
white clothes
things
in your
and
ass
times
every
change.
weekend.
Well, right, so that's
Eh?
what we are saying because times have
Things and times
changed.
change.
Times change.
Yeah,
But
remember
growing up
a
in the
long time ago
village,
we
you had
grew
to
up
play
with
sports.
Yeah,
Plenty
well, now that
plenty
computer and
fellas
the young,
around.
they do the thing,
Right. So it's
And
not
now-
that, so now men don't need to have to be a caveman in order to be a man.
Well, that
No,
that
look,
was
I
Sadro,
saw
the
Elon
ultimate
Musk, and
caveman.
I saw Musk,
Well, also
Steve
Neanderthal
Jobs,
ass.
them fellas don't play no sports.
No, take a look
They're
at you and
not
take a look at
panty
me.
men.
Who looked more like a Neanderthal?
Listen, everybody took him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Safi, what was that?
I said, look at Elon Musk, Bezos, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg. They're not panty men. Them fellas successful now,
But they're not sportsmen.
but they're not sportsmen either. They'll go and watch it. They'll pay and sit down in the best seat. But things change, you know.
So you think what your brother Sadro?
About what? He's a panty man or not?
Yeah.
Nah, he just wayward.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Ah, boy, man defend you and you see, you don't take we call when we call
You
you.
say nothing, brother.
All right. All right, we go on here watching.
No, I don't know how to watch if I should be on Facebook or YouTube or what.
You go on Facebook, Sadro Mohammed page or Explainables TT. But you can always look at it back later.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll-
I'm looking at it.
Right. Cool. Later. Bye. I think he hit some salient points there, though.
Yeah.
And very simply. You ain't proud of your little brother. You feel your little brother.
He
that
come
man.
in date. He come in date. Little by little. One cocoa for a basket. Only now come back from Jamaica. One cocoa for a basket.
What
The
was
old
that?
Bob
That one
Marley.
fly over my head, too.
Little by little, he
Little
get
by
it,
little, he mean that.
He come in now.
Well, you get in there.
One
Yeah.
cocoa at a time will fill the entire basket.
Oh,
Well, one little conversation with him last week, and you see how he improve. That's good. He need to associate with the family a little bit more.
What you just said?
what did you just say?
You need to associate with the family a little bit
Oh,
more.
I thought I didn't hear right now.
Yeah.
He need to associate.
Not he, Safi.
No, you could call your brother.
That
a
does
little
only
more.
provoke me. That is all them as he and Safi, that's all they do. Interfere and provoke me, like that's enough my pressure and things. That's all that's the ambition. And notice they do it when they're together. Yeah.
So,
The mother's living here, he wouldn't even call me. When he go over there, he call me every freaking day.
Now, me and Safi have a ritual, right? If I go to see him and we go out for dinner, after dinner we must call Sadro.
when they're smoking. So, That will go down in the book, so you must answer the call.
Nah, I go go back the Drago and all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Can't take the heat, he calling his sister to rescue him. And you want to talk about what?
Who she escaped her from? Who's she going to straighten out?
Well, no, you're calling her. Instead of stand up for
who
yourself.
getting this straightened out?
That's what I mean. Exactly. That's what I mean.
Instead of stand up for yourself, you're calling your sister.
No, I don't
That's the
need
definition of a Shirley.
I don't need to have backup.
Yeah,
I
I must say
am
that.
So Shirley's need people to defend them and to help them.
Sheila.
So women need to be defended and.
I am so fortunate.
So you were talking about the stereotype, but you realize how
No,
you
that's just
reveal.
cultural thing we saying, right?
Yeah.
But that's how
All
it
other
is.
excuse just to interfere with me, that's all.
Okay. So we're going to close off this evening, guys. But remember, next week we want to talk about some of the things that we women do that irritate. Sandra, you want to give us one?
Men. That woman that they do, I can't think of any offhand.
What?
Yeah. I don't like how when they thinking emotionally. I don't like that. I find it difficult to make logical decisions.
When emotions involved.
Yeah, when emotions involved.
But men guilty of the same thing too, Sandra.
And what are some things women do?
I can't think of any.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Say you're
God.
smart.
There we go, the perfect definition of a panty man again. For the number 7, 8 time.
Serious?
Rev up
What
now.
are some
Rev
things?
your ass up now. Let's see, you cut
Yeah.
us on camera, you know.
You must be able to say one thing women have. Come on. Ovarian fortitude.
Ovarian fortitude. Huh. Oh, Lord, I suppose
And his office is full of women, so.
every day you come in the house, something change. This move, that move, moving your things around.
When they can't find anything, they
Yes,
put it on somewhere.
yes, yes.
What you can't find, we'll deal with you next week. Because you blasted untidy.
Or you interfered with treadmill.
The rectal attitude will come into play after the show. And all the fucking stuff.
So, join us next week when the action will continue on Explainables TT on Facebook. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.